Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Welcome to Into the Looking Glass, where we pick the boogies out your third eye. Just doing a fun little easy episode today. And just got some bong water in my mouth, so that's real nice.
I got it on my lips.
I know. Something about this bowl, it's a little bit different, but yeah, no, the mushroom gummy I took earlier is hitting me a little bit harder than I was expecting it would. So, whew.
Oh, is it?
It is. I wasn't expecting it. It hit me pretty quick too, like right when we were eating that pizza.
That's interesting. Is the wind throwing you off? Is it the weather?
No. I just haven't had mushrooms in my system in a while. I was kind of like on a semi-empty stomach. I could feel that half sativa gummy and that mushroom gummy hit me at once, and it's a little mix. It's not bad. I just figured I'd start off small since I haven't tripped in a while and stuff.
Yeah.
Just to loosen me up. But no, I wanted to get into a subject that I just actually found yesterday, I think, or the day before, and I did some research on it. But have you ever heard of dark oxygen?
No.
Probably not.
What the heck is that?
It's a very new subject. It came out in Geoscience Nature magazine last year. I think July they first discovered it, kind of 2024. These potato-sized metal nodules that sit on the bottom of the ocean, way down at the abyss of the ocean where there's no light at all and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And they say these rocks or these pieces of metal basically have cobalt and nickel and magnesium and stuff in them, and they put off just enough of an electrical charge that it's able to split hydrogen and oxygen, and it creates H2O, or not H2O, but oxygen, basically, but at the bottom of the ocean, so it's dark oxygen. Because science has always thought that oxygen can only come from photosynthesis, about 2.4 billion years ago, they say that plants were able to produce air and stuff like that. But now they're thinking life could be way older because of this new concept, this new oxygen producer that's at the bottom of the oceans that could have been around way before plants and stuff like that.
Does it just like bubble off, or does it create like air pockets at the bottom of the ocean?
It's just
just like
there is no reaction.
Oh, okay.
There's just the metal thing, just like a tree. Like a tree doesn't put off, anything. I mean, it blows in the wind, but it's the same thing. It's just this rock, and the rock itself, like something about the nodules and the electric current that it's putting out, it splits up the hydrogen and oxygen. So
that's interesting.
Super, interesting. Yeah, it's a very new concept, and it's really breaking science in half because they can't agree with it quite yet because it pushes life back even further now. It's a new concept that they couldn't have fathomed, basically. And I think it's just fascinating because that just shows that all these other planets out there, like people think you need, this and this for oxygen and that. And I've always said, why do we need this exact recipe that's on this planet, on all these thousands and millions of other planets that are in our universe? And supposedly there are 24 planets just out of 4,500, I think, that are more livable than even Earth. So if that's possible, if there's 20 out of 4,000 planets that are more livable than Earth, what are the chances, of life out there? Pretty good.
Well, yeah,
chance.
Because like different atmospheric conditions bring about different atmospheric, flora or whatever, and fauna and shit. Like, yeah.
If life wants to live, it'll find a way.
Yeah. What's that dude's name?
I don't know.
Life finds a way. It's the dude in Jurassic Park.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, for sure. The messed up part, though, of it all is people who mine the oceans are the ones who discovered it, basically, are the ones who are going to take it all, though, too. These miners found it, and they see that it has lots of cobalt and nickel in it, and I guess that's the perfect ingredient for car batteries. So they're going to harvest all these rocks that they're finding and use them for car batteries.
Well, that's fucking depressing. Huh. Our world's pretty fucked up.
Indeed, yeah.
Taking a wonderful natural resource and fucking corrupting it and sailing it.
Yeah, something they've never known about before, and now that they do, they're already going to just take it out the ocean and stuff, even though it's a phenomenon that's just absolutely amazing could mess with our ecosystem and stuff by removing it.
Yeah. Imagine what it'd do to that ecosystem. And now that there's a whole lot of ecosystem at the like very fucking depth, of the bottom of the ocean, but still, like, it's meant to be there for a reason. It probably won't do anything once it gets up. I don't know. Will it?
That's the thing, they should experiment with it. I'm sure they will. Obviously, they're gonna probably see if they can make it themselves, even probably, and see if they can make some kind of natural air filtration or something or other out of it. I'm sure, but other than that, yeah, I would say that's maybe how some of those deep down there sea creatures even live, is maybe because of these rocks that produce oxygen and stuff like that. These unexplainable creatures have an unexplainable habitat as well that we just don't fully understand yet. So, yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, and sad indeed. I do wonder what's going to happen. They showed on a map where all the hot spots are of all these deep rocks that they found that put off this oxygen, and that's where they're going to start mining and stuff. And just here and there, I forget where the main spot is, but there's one spot in the ocean. There's a shit ton of them and stuff where they're going to really be mining a lot. So, let me find that map. But anyways, usually I start the episode off with a fun fact, but I guess I'll just fit it in here. Those dogs, the one that we have at work, the King Charles Spaniels, the Lady and the Tramp dogs, basically.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm grabbing a toothpick so I can clear this bowl. But those dogs were bred by King Charles, and that's why they're called King Charles Spaniels, to eat the fleas off of him while he sat in his throne.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's why they were made small, so that they could sit conveniently on his lap. You'd have like 2 or 3 of these little King Charles dogs on him. And they just be eating the fleas off him. But when you really think about it, it seems kind of counterproductive because then dogs get fleas. So all he's doing is sitting with flea-filled dogs, eating more fleas off him. So I don't know.
That's very weird.
Weird concept, but that is supposedly how that breed came about. Is he bred them for that specific reason?
What a fucking weirdo.